Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L coming in with a Higehiro video. This time specifically, this is a spoiler anime viewer guide. This viewer guide video is going to give you the quick rundown of what exactly happens in the final volume, as according to the summary that has popped up online. You can already see I have the answer here for you, the quick answer. Overall, short answer is, it's strongly implied that they come together. It's implied at least that Sayu returns to living with him after a certain time period. So, just to give you the information in the background, Higehiro has 5 light novel volumes officially. The final volume came out on June 1st. The information that I have in this video for you is based off of the summaries that are floating around online. And I also have the images from the light novel here in the video. And as far as the images are concerned, it lines up with what the summary is saying. So, it's likely that the summary is correct. So without further ado, let's get into the summary itself. So as we find out in episode 9, Sayu has really big family drama. And in episode 9, she was given a week to think. Well, by the time of the final volume, Yoshida has butted in and he goes with Sayu to confront Sayu's mother. Sayu's mother is not depicted to be sympathetic at all, and in the volume regrets having Sayu as a daughter, so even still, this woman's a giant. So after that giant thing, Sayu and Yoshida have their last scenes together, where it's noted that they live together for one last time, and when I say live together, I mean they sleep in the same room for one last time. Yoshida ends up going back to Tokyo, and it's noted that he feels very empty and that the apartment feels very empty. But Sayu shows up there as well because she still had keys. Not really sure about the timeline on that one, just keep in mind that this is happening in current time. Anyway, here is where we have Sayu tell Yoshida that she loves him. Yoshida, being Yoshida though, completely denies her, or kind of plays coy. Sayu asks Yoshida if she has a chance to be with him, and in this moment, Yoshida is really indirect, and the conversation comes back to the key. I think he says that if Sayu didn't have the keys, it would be impossible, but I'm not sure on this one. The feeling that is taken away is that it's open-ended. The question itself is left open-ended. Anyway, just know, Yoshida was being clever with this one. He was being indirect. Anyway, Yoshida tells Sayu to live her life, and thankfully Sayu agrees with him. Sayu, however, also promises that she will come back to him at a later point. Yoshida has some struggles, but he ends up saying that he won't wait for her, but if she happened to turn up again, that he wouldn't hate it. And that's where they end it for the current time period. 2 years pass and nothing seems to have really changed for the adults. Anyway, there's some things to suggest that Yoshida, after all that time, still prefers Sayu over Goto, and it seems like Goto has not confessed or had any kind of declaration towards Yoshida. In the final moments, Yoshida arrives at the streetlights where he first met Sayu and he sees her there. After that, Sayu tells Yoshida that she's home. And that's the end, as I'm aware of it right now. So, the line where she says that she's home, you can see why at the very least it seems like she's planning on living with the guy. And overall, given the suggested content, it does seem like the two will try to live with each other, given that the other love interests were unable to win Yoshida's heart. Now thankfully, there are images, and we do get to see Sayu 2 years older, at 19 years old, and here you can see her with the earrings and longer hair. Adorable. Of course, the elephant in the room, I guess, would be the age difference. At the end of the series, Sayu is 19 and Yoshida is 28, making for a difference of roughly 9 years. Yeah, in the real world, there are bigger differences, so personally, I'm not really bothered by that. They're adults, and thankfully, because of the way the story is presented, we know that Yoshida is legitimately a good person. So I don't personally have any grooming problems. I don't think there are any grooming problems in this situation. If anything, the most concerning thing is that he biased Sayu into being good at doing the chores around the house. But ideally, the 2 years she spent away from him are 2 years that made her a stronger person in general. Regardless, it looks like the characters get a happy ending. Personally, I still like Goto, but what can you do? This is Sayu's story. Goto not doing anything implies that Goto did in fact read the situation correctly and likely knew that Yoshida still carried a flame for Sayu. And we already know what kind of character Goto is in this regard. She is kind of respectful for this kind of thing. Now, in regards to the ending, is the ending too open? Well, again, we're speaking completely off of a summary. I would say you don't get to have like the very conclusive behaviors, but for me, I really do feel like the I'm home line is clear enough, such that I personally don't need any displays of affection. Sayu's line and Yoshida's state after 2 years for this case is good enough. Though I will say, when you look at the tone of the series, Yoshida and Sayu had a relationship that was built without displays of physical affection. Mind you, Sayu hugged him a lot, But in terms of the romantic angle, Yoshida always tried to be a good guy, so it kind of stays in line with the spirit of the series, though I can understand some people wanting a bigger payoff. Again, this is entirely based off of the summary though. Regardless, I can't wait to see the anime. It does seem clear to me that the anime is going to adapt the ending, because 5 volumes is not that much content, so I can't wait to see what the final 3 episodes of the anime will have for us. Anyway, everyone, here was the summary. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you have an absolutely great day.